Hello friends! Today is the day that I'm going to be finishing my A Closet Full of Cauldrons draft. If not today, then tomorrow. Oh, bye Buffy. Do we think that's a vote of confidence or? I said bye. Let me show you what I have left to do in the project. It's not much. I'm almost completely done with this scene. I have this little chunk actually you can see that I need to either remove or figure out how to fit in. I have 2 more scenes and then this is basically the epilogue. Where it gets interesting is, do you see where the eyeball, the warning sign, and the other eyeball is? I created all of these note cards for the story, which was so helpful to see the story visually, and it worked super well until I got to this one scene where something wasn't working, right? It was the warning signal scene. So basically what happened is that there was supposed to be a clue in there that I was like, where is it? I'd forgotten that I'd actually already laid it in the previous chapter. That's where the eye cog is. And then later, that's when that's supposed to be relevant and it's like an aha moment. So I was in a bit of a mess because I just forgot I'd laid the clue successfully. Anyways, you know, when you're getting into 68,556 words, it'll be up to 70,000 by the time this is done, I'm sure. I feel like you're bound to just forget a clue. There are so many clues. And the other eyeball scene is just another scene that's affected by the clue that we discover. So yeah, I just have to go back and fix one scene. I'll admit is a mess. It's a mess, but the other 2 are just going to be really easy. I just need to put in exactly what was discovered sentence wise. Like I want to use the same phrasing, which I can only do in the warning scene. Anyways, so let us see if I can't finish up this little section real quick, and then we'll get to talking about something I've done differently this round, this draft. Okay, hooray. Done. One of the new things I have been trying while working on this draft is journaling my progress. This is something that I got from the last draft by Sandra Schofield, which was a Patreon crafts and drafts book club pick that we did. And one of the key takeaways I had during that I wanted to try was to journal while I'm writing, and journal specifically about what I'm writing and like how that writing day has gone so far. So as with all journaling with me, it's been very hit or miss on how much journaling I've actually done. I just started it back in March. March 18th was the first one I did. So not a whole lot of entries coming up on the end of the first week of April, but I do have some clips that I would like to show you. So let me throw it back to the recent past Kate. So I finished my sort of journaling about my project yesterday. And then as I was in bed last night, I was like, oh my God, I was just tired. Because I was writing about it and I was annoyed that yesterday, had it been any other day, I feel like I would have progressed farther. And it was a moment of annoyance because I was like, I'm both celebrating that I did manage to fill in some scenes that I was excited about. Like I was telling my partner that I picked the right moment to reveal something, and it was nice to have that kind of validated as I've been reading through and editing. I was like, oh, that hits. So that was great, and that was, you know, the biggest takeaway I had from the day. And yet I had this lingering feeling of like, any other day I would have gotten more than a scene and a half in. And I was annoyed because I was staring at the screen. You know, those days where it just doesn't feel like it's working? I was just tired. I was tired. I didn't sleep well the night before. I woke up and I was like, and I think my brain was just slow. Like even saying the words was difficult while I was hosting streams and stuff. I was merging 2 words together as I was trying to read and speak, and it was just, yeah, my brain was just a little bit slower. I feel better now. So starting the day with a quick little journal session to update from yesterday, I am going to go ahead and make my cappuccino for the morning, and then we're going to get to writing. All right, let us see if I can move a little bit faster this morning, now that it is time. Alright, 986 words added later. I have finished that scene. And now, time for some chopped cheese. Do you fit? Do you fit? Good morning. Okay, so earlier today I was finishing off with basically the final chapter before what's probably going to end up being the epilogue, and I got so sucked in that I did not actually revise it like I was supposed to be doing, which is a good sign, but also I need to actually revise it. This is the chapter where my main character is basically recovering from the effects of the cauldron, and we kind of get to see all of the characters that we've met up until this point, everyone that's had kind of like a stake in the story, in like a first in, last out sort of way. And I'm hoping that it'll hit. It is nearly 9 o'clock. I'm just hoping to get the first of the 4 scenes in this chapter done. Let's do it. I realized I forgot to actually set the timer, but that's okay. I now need to put in like a little article section that I've not written at all. So I'm gonna try and keep to like 300 to 400 words, 250, you know, and just like a cute little snippet of the article. Yeah, maybe now I should actually start the timer. Okay, so I definitely finished that scene. I have one more I'm like at the very end of, if you can see. Hooray!
So chassis, but still this early on in the season with limited resources, you daren't make that kind of mistake. Particularly they can do. That's the reason the track is a figure of eight, because they're so limited of it.
And now we're back to present Kate, who is about to have a live stream in about 30 minutes. Today is D100 day for the Twitch stream, so we're only gonna roll this once. If it's not a 4, I should be able to get through, I'm hoping, the next 2 scenes. That'll leave me with a chapter and then that chunky chapter to fix. I think I can do it today. Plus the Formula 1 quali isn't until like midnight tonight, so I will be awake. How functional I will be, different question, but awake, yes. Now, important to the writing process is fueling your brain, so I'm gonna grab some breakfast. All right, last of my oats. Bigger serving of oatmeal than I anticipated, because it was the last bit, but hooray. All right, I officially finished this chapter. I finished these 2 scenes during the stream. That is a total of 3,580. I only have this chapter to go. That's basically the epilogue. And then the funky trio. And then I am done. I am gonna go for a bit of an eye break. I need to pick up the ingredients because this weekend is the Suzuka race, the Grand Prix in Japan, and we have been cooking or making a culturally relevant dish based off the country that the race is happening in. So we are going to be making some katsu curry and I need to go pick up the ingredients. So let's do that. Okay, my tea. I am almost done with this first scene of the last chapter, which is awesome. Just wrapping up with the like kind of first characters that really make Eva feel welcome and at home, and the constants throughout the story, which is really nice. I do need to take my contacts out though because they are killing me even just a few hours out in these allergies. Oh my god. Sometimes the word just eludes you. Framed, such an easy word too. Oof. Oof. 69,305. And just this last scene to finish up. Eek. I set the timer again, but I have completed it in time. And I'm going to take another break.
Being very close on the Amanda show, and I think very few people made Dan laugh, you know, and I think she did.
Ooh, this lighting. My tea is going on in the background. I have a bit of a cold. I felt it coming the past few days, but I definitely feel it when I woke up this morning. Went to bed early last night, missed my quali race. So what I think I'm gonna do is have my tea, watch part of the quali race, even though I already know the results, while I work on that like note card chapter. And I don't know what it is, I just want to finish at the end with Eva and Bat. So I'm going to save that last little scene for the very end. And we're going to go back to the problem chapter. Okay, I've removed the eyes nearby, but these 2 are warning signs. I'm actually splitting the scene. Oh, what? I'm actually gonna split the scene in 2, and I think that'll work well. So close, so close. It's not time yet, Zelda. Two scenes left now. It's time to face the dreaded warning sign. But now with the aid of my bat earrings. I thought they were absolutely too cute when I saw them, the little trade stays, so I had to get them. Perfect for this project. So cute. This scene is 1,265 words currently of mess. So we're gonna see exactly how many it ends up being by the time we finish this. Keep my fingers crossed. It is absolutely getting done today, as is the last scene. Don't listen to that calendar, that is wrong. But when? How long? Beep, 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 beep. Yay! That scene ended at 1,726 words. So as I suspected, I passed the 70,000 word mark this draft. And now I just have to do the final scene to figure out where I land. Hooray! Buffy, good job. Zelda, sit. Sit. Gentle. Gentle. Good job. Good job. Good job, Buffy dog. Oh, do you want love? Oh, you just want another treat, huh? And now I have a treat to finish my final scene. Yay! Also, I fixed it. I will say it does not look quite as good as Instagram promised me, but oh, it tastes very good though. I figured a celebratory drink was in order for the final scene, but also I'm on my period and chocolate sounded amazing. Nay, necessary. And amazing and necessary. $70,412 words. And the end. Yay! I sent it over to my alpha readers. I am going to print it out for one of them though, and for myself, so let's do that. Or so I thought I was going to print them off, because once I did the math, and by that I mean I uploaded my document into each of Office Max, Office Depot, UPS Store, Staples, like uploaded it to see, I was getting back like $60, $120, one that it couldn't even calculate. So no. I am disappointed that I can't print out my document, because that's just too expensive, especially for this stage of the process and also just in general. So I'll save the paper. That's all fine and good. The person who I was going to be printing off the document for doesn't need it. It's just kind of like me. They just prefer it, but that's okay. They're going to read it on their iPad, and my partner has an iPad, and I'm going to read it on that in a month and a half when I get back to things, because I just like to be able to see it in a different format than when I was working on it. So like I won't be in my office reading it. I'll be on the couch here, or I'll be outside. Like I'll be in a different location. Maybe I'll go to a coffee shop and read, and have like a completely different means with which to read it. So it's still a screen, but I think that difference is really going to help me personally. Oh well. I already ate all of my tapioca. But I am vlogging right now, recording right now, because I was just sitting here and it was like, I feel not only so accomplished for successfully getting this project done and sent off, but like that kind of weight on my shoulders. I'm sitting here and I'm like, ooh, I have so many possibilities. So I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my Sunday. And then I will get back to y'all and let you know specifically what I'm asking of my alpha readers this go around. Yeah. Okay, so what I sent over to my alpha readers was basically a quick description of what a cozy mystery is. Alpha readers to me are the people who read almost all of my work and give me feedback on it in the like early stages, so it's not nearly as polished. I know that they approximately like the genres that I'm sending them, but maybe, let's say in this instance, cozy mystery is not what all of them read, though they do read mystery. I'd say it's like half and half. So I defined that for them, kind of like what I was going for vibe-wise. I also did a quick elevator pitch for the story so they weren't going in fully blind. They've heard me talk about this project, but like, you know, what are you encoding? I talk about a lot of projects, as you'll know. And then we got into the kind of nitty-gritty of what I'm looking for. Which in this instance is almost exclusively just the mystery aspect. In the, does this feel believable? Did you have enough clues that you could follow the mystery, or were you confused a lot of the way through? Or was it too obvious? You knew as soon as the bad guy came onto the page, and every like clue since then just made it more and more obvious, so that it was almost unsatisfying because you were like, well, I knew it, you know? That's kind of what I was looking for. I told them that none of their opinions were going to offend me. It was the only thing that could make the story better, and I was fine with it. So please tell me your honest opinions. These alpha readers do tell me their honest opinions, but you know, I always feel like I need to double down and be like, no, really. In my head, I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna send you a project so shit that you can't finish it, so I need you to be able to tell me when it's that project. Other than the mystery, I did ask if there was any part of the world building or characters that didn't make sense to them. Like if they thought they had a handle on the characters and then all of a sudden something was coming from nowhere, if they were confused, to let me know. Basically, we're just kind of going on a, does this make sense? I also told them what they could look out for. I did have some things that I still had in like brackets for stuff. Mostly little things. Some of it was a couple like puns that I wanted to make. Some of it was more specific to the organizational aspect of my paranormal professional organizer, where I knew I needed a couple paragraphs just to like really get into the organizing bits, which I did, but also still brackets in some cases. And I did have to explain to them, as some of y'all may have seen, the Dom/X of it all, where I had the unfortunate find replace mishap. I thought I had beaten this particular, you know, pitfall. I thought I had just like hopped over it on all other times, and here I was falling into its trap. Snatched up, dangled over the side, you dummy. That's how I felt. I told them I thought I got all of them, but there also might have still been some because there's not a great way to search for it after the fact. You know, there were some good ones. Dombert, Domception, just full of giggles. I will look back on this draft fondly, if for no other reason that it had this find replace issue. I feel so good about finishing this draft. I feel awesome about it no longer being on my plate and being on my alpha readers' metaphorical plates. We're about 2 weeks now removed, and I feel, oh, not even 2 weeks yet, about a week and a half. And I feel so good. I feel so light. I feel so wonderful getting this done. Getting to write the end is so addictive, just so addictive. And I have, in the meantime, taken a little trip for inspiration. I have done a lot of brainstorming. Towards the end of any draft, I have a whole lot of ideas come at me at once because it's almost like a consent that I'm about to have an empty plate again. So I've done some outlining, some playing around, and I just feel so good. So good. This is not the exact notebook, but it'll stand in. I feel so wonderful about this journaling your progress bit. I think actually as I start drafting, I'm gonna do that today. I started drafting something new today, so that's fun. In a lot of ways, these vlogs kind of serve as my diary for how projects are going, but obviously what I put out for public consumption is different in a lot of cases than what I'm willing to write down in a journal just for me to see. Also might be fun, I think, to have like milestone moments that I can refer back to and stuff like that. So I'm gonna continue journaling my progress as I go, great one. Would highly advise everyone give that a go. Try it out. And the one other thing that I'm really kind of focusing on this year, in part because of the kind of health stuff I'd had at the tail end of last year, is only having one big writing goal. So though I'm starting to work on some other stuff, A Closet Full of Cauldrons is going to be my goal until I finish it. So it's kind of supersede everything else. I'm gonna try and slot in this drafting project in here while my alpha readers have A Closet Full of Cauldrons, but I'm not going to let A Closet Full of Cauldrons sit while I finish it, if that makes sense. As soon as I have A Closet Full of Cauldrons back, that will be my main focus, where I will then work on it again with their feedback and then send it out to beta readers. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going off of now. It feels really good. It feels like all the other writing projects that I have are almost exclusively for fun, which is really wonderful in a lot of ways. It's very freeing, where I'm not worried about what this could become at any stage yet. And I just get to play, and A Closet Full of Cauldrons is a wonderful playground to play in as well. Play. I had several ideas for the like next novels in this series, and I just think it's gonna be so fun. So yeah, I finished. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any good writing news that you would like to share, and I will see you all with a new video very soon. Bye.